already on the LCD screen it does look more sort of rich tones from this glass compared to the 55 to 300. Back at the track again. I'm going to try the DA Star 200 prime lens today, so I'm going to have to think about my shots a little bit more. And when I've been looking over the files, when I've been shooting with the DA 55 to 300, I'm more or less in that range. A lot of the shots are at 180mm, 170 to 180, but the added bonus is that I'm going to have that nice shallow depth of field at f2.8 and obviously the DA Star lens quality. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to have a play around with the DA Star 200 lens. Enough of me waffling on, and let's get walked around this track and snap some shots. See you in a bit. So one of the nice things that you know you're always going to get when you use a DA Star lens is the colours. The rendition of them is really nice, and I think my favourite rendering lens, as I've said a few times already, is the 50 to 135. But to say I've probably had this lens over a year now, but I've not really used it that much, and I've only ever used it with dog photography, so it'd be interesting to see with the bright colours what the riders have on the kit, how this renders that type of stuff. I'll have to wait and see until I get back, and I'll chuck a few of them images up now and you can see what they look like. But I think today it's quite an ideal day. It's there is some cloud cover, but you can see there's like streaks of light coming through and just dabbling on the track. And we've got the shadows, which I really like. I love the contrast of shadows and light. One of the negatives I will say on this lens is the slow to focus SDM motor, and although I have calibrated this lens, I did calibrate it in my back garden. The fine-tune adjustment tool that I had the cardboard cut out was maybe a little bit too small for this lens, so it could back or front focus. I'm thinking today, couple that with the slow focus and SDM in comparison to the PLM motor. We'll see how many shots we actually get in focus. It'll be interesting to see, because like I said before I get 90 to 95% keeper rate with the PLM. With this, I'm not so sure it's going to be that high, but we'll see. We'll see how it does. But enough talking, more shooting. So straight away, the first thing I'm noticing with the 200mm fixed length is in some of the spots where I usually take shots, I'm used to the zoom. So I'm having to, straight away I've noticed that I'm having to stand a lot further back at the same points. So probably what this is going to force me to do is look for a lot of new spots basically, because some of the tighter areas where you can pull back on the 55 to 300, obviously you can't do this on the 200 fixed. Usually what I would use the 200 for is primarily like portraits. I got it for the dog photography that I do. So to really compress the background and have that shallow depth of field at 2.8 as well, it's good for that type of stuff. I did that video before where I was focusing on the log jump with the dog. I'll leave a link down below if you haven't seen that one. So it's good for that type of stuff. But as far as this is concerned, where you're having to zoom in and out with your legs, it's going to be a little bit tricky, I think. So I've just found there, trying a few different techniques with the 200. I tried catch and focus. That didn't really work as well as what I was expecting it to. But I've noticed standing further back, so you're getting like more of a wide angle shot. This sounds weird because this is a telephoto prime. But standing further back, so there's more of the scene in the shot, pre-focusing on, say, the lip of a jump where the rider's going to take off, focusing there so the focusing motor is not having to work hard. Focus either bring it from right far back, infinity, or as close up, you know. Focus round about where the picture, where you're going to take the shot. It's not doing too bad using it that way. That bike didn't sound too healthy. That's called bogging. Now, changing weather with them 2-strokes, you have to get them carbureted, you have to get the carbs set up right, but anyone who's on this channel for the cameras, apart from maybe Thomas, I know he's a Pentax shooter, and he's got a, is it a gas that you've got? Enduro bike, I think it is. A beater off the top of my head. Could even be a Sherco. You know what I'm talking about. 2-strokes for life. But yeah, a bit off topic. Like I'm saying, pre-focusing seems to be suiting this lens pretty well. So I'm gonna get some more shots. This jump here, backlit again, against the dark trees as well. So we could have the backlight on the rider's helmet and shoulders, but we're gonna have a dark silhouette in the background, which will work nice. So we'll station ourselves around here. We're maybe about, what is that, 200, 300 feet away from that jump, 300 feet maybe. And we'll pre-focus, like I say, just on the lip of the jump and wait for the riders to come round, take the shot. So that's what we'll do now. When I'm talking about the backlit stuff that I noticed off this jump up here, and they're coming along the straight, is whenever you get backlight, it always looks good if you've got some sort of like atmospheric stuff in the air. So what I mean by, well, on here, it's going to be the dust. I've noticed the dust behind the riders, the sun from the back is lighting it up really well. I know a lot of photographers in photo shoots, they use like smoke machines and stuff like that. Mist, water, spray is a good one as well. You get like the sort of like mini catch lights in the glistening in the water and stuff. But the dust, I like them type of shots where you can put more contrast in the rider because they're obviously wearing darker gear, and the dust you can dehaze that ever so slightly in Lightroom just to bring it out that extra bit, and they make for some nice images. I like them. People don't really tend to buy them. Everyone likes the jump shots, but from a photography standpoint, I really like them type of shots. So yeah, I just thought I'd drop that in there for you. So I've got a few more shots there. There's not too many riders on the track today. It's pretty quiet. So I'm going to move around to the little kids track. And I think this is going to be too long, this lens, for shooting that type of stuff. So I might switch over to the K70 and the 16-50. I'm going to end it here. You know what to do. If you like the video, you give it a thumbs up. Helps the channel out, helps put the video out to more people. So I'm told. That's why I keep hearing on the YouTube anyway. There's plenty more videos to come. Autumn's coming up. And get some nice shots. So I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.